So, this presentation is about the effects of ICT on the environment and indicators for their measurement, or shortly, how ICT tackles the climate changes. So, put it on full screen or not? It's okay. From here. Okay. The first thing is I want to show to the public, I should say, a little bit strange classification. Usually the classifications are according processors, according technologies and so on. I want to make a classification according to the links, logical links between computers and users. First, in the 70s, let's say, we had the mainframe, which was one computer for many users. After that, we have the era of the personal computers, which came one-to-one, the logical connectivity. Then, in the 90s, we have a new trend. It was the trend of many computers serving one person. He has it in the devices. Then comes the era of Internet of Things, as said by Kevin Ashton, defined in 1999. And the things, we should call them objects with network characteristics, unique network address, and they have a special task and work to do, many different kinds. And after that, we came in the real world now. This is the world of Internet of Everything, when you have data, processes, people, and things put together in one. This is our world at the moment. In this world, we have ICT and the environment. What is most important in this? The most important thing is that ICT has several applicative sides toward the environment. On one side, it enables the governing of all the processes, all the things, to minimize the effects and to tackle climate changes. On the second, the ICT has a very big role in measuring all the effects on the environment. And on the third side, we have the ICT is based on ICT equipment. And this ICT equipment make waste, it has a life cycle. During this life cycle, it consumes energy, pollutes, and at the end, if not properly handled, pollutes the environment. Now, I'm not going to, because everybody maybe is waiting for the coffee break, I'm not going very definitely to show the positive and negative impacts of the IC. It's on the screen. What we have at the moment? At the moment, we have the tendency to go to green ICT. And because I'm a member of CPIS, this organization of the computer specialists of Europe, ICT has a definition, CPIS has a definition, what's green ICT? Green ICT is the application of technologies and practices that materially reduce resource consumption, energy, water, conflict materials, etc., and harmful emissions in information and communication technology life cycles, manufacture, constructions, deployment, use, and disposal. What we have at the moment is a vast change of technologies in ICT. Here we have two new technologies which enter very fast the ICT, the way of interaction and the way of the procedures in ICT. One of these technologies is the lean technologies, and the other is Sigma 6 technologies. One is dealing with optimizing of processes, the other is dealing with optimizing to redundance of so-called redundant steps of technologies. Both have a very big impact on reducing ICT negative effects. How green ICT operates? It deals with people, processes, and technologies. Secondly, in the study and practice of using computing ICT resources efficiently, the use of technologies and techniques to lower the emission and the footprint of the ICT on the environment. Green information and communication technology starts for a set of initiatives, organization, undertakings, and so on to lower the information and communication system influence on environment. It has a positive effect on measuring and, in some cases, in governing green gas emissions. It uses technologies for energy saving. The green ICT is the study and practice of using computing resources efficiently and with minimal impact on the environment. So, the way how all this happens is through measuring and governing green gas emissions, which is the equivalent of all the negative effects and pollutions caused to the nature. Very important element is measuring green gas emissions. First, I'm not going to read it. It's the definition of measurement of green gas emissions. It's written. Second is the time horizon of different gases which are to be measured, and the measuring protocol itself, which is used. How to formulate ICT green sustainability strategies. How green and sustainable run a given ICT business operation of process is to be. What opportunities exist for beneficiary improvements process in green and customers. What environmental regulation must ICT enterprises comply with? Are there any of the incentives, financial or otherwise, available for compliance? How green can be a building or a facility? Are ICT procurement and supply chain processes sustainable? How much data or information may be redundant? What standards exist or might be in development that allow ICT organization to measure, monitor, and report of its levels of green gas sustainability. How can we monetize our small carbon footprint? Has the carbon credit become a global strategy that we can bank? Here we can say that ICT, using ICT for sustainability across sectors, it's very important step to how the sectors are connected with, how they are interdependent, and how IC can show and predict and make these links and govern them. Here we must measure, we must mention the Global Air Sustainability Initiative, GESI. GESI is an initiative of European countries for global e-sustainability. It's very important. Here, we look and monitor the process in one direction. It is the direction of, till now, governing. Now we get a second type. This is the type how the direct impact of ICT on environment comes. It comes with the equipment, with the hardware which ICT uses. And we have telecommunication equipment, cloud servers, personal devices, different which use power supplies which are supporting them, and so on and so on. All this equipment is hardware which has a life cycle, and during this life cycle it makes different types of pollutions, and after the life cycle it's very important how to handle this equipment to avoid improper impact on climate changes. First, the hardware, we have rare metals, we have different elements which are pollutionous for the environment. We have energy consumption. We have water consumption for cooling. We have different type of other consumptions and pollutions from the ICT operation in the world. How to measure it? This is a very important part. This is the third part, the measurement. The indicators, the measurement becomes from indicators of the ICT effectiveness. There are at least 7 reasons for business performance measurements. I will not read them. We have different perspectives: resource, energy, water, emissions, waste, other. This is one type of measurement. All the measurements I found in the literature, about 77 different indicators of such measurements, which measure the impact of ICT hardware, and they are called ICTIMs in these indicators. From these indicators to energy, I mean measuring energy consumptions, are 47 oriented. Only a few assess emissions, 5, waste 4, water 1, and combination of them about 20 different. Indicators have to fit to the company and depend on the requirements and specifications. Here I show in this slide ICTIMs by resources, type of indicator, hardware assessed, and aspect of different indicators. Depending on this, our group has built a model for assessing the impact of ICT on the equipment. It is a proposition of this model. This model actually measures the footprint of these ICTIMs, using the ICTIMs. The thing is that in number 17 of this paper, there is another model proposed, which is part of our models, and it fits exactly. It is in 17 of cited in the paper. Actually, this is more generalized model. For this, which is proposed like model, it fits perfectly. But we are gathering data like our, our team is with specialists from Bulgarian Academy of Sciences. I'm 22 years director of Laboratory of Telematics of the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences, from Technical University and from Institute of Information Technologies and Communication. And we are gathering according to different types of indicators, which actually the companies, they measure it according, we have taken out, if you read the data, what is what, in these coefficients, they are taken from the standards on which the companies rely on measuring all these, giving all these indicators. And till now, for small, up to 4 to 5 different types of indicators, we have a full match. We are not sure if we take a bigger set of indicators, will this model bring a deviation? But we are continuing the study. Now it is up to gathering data and approbating this model on bigger data. What are the conclusions? They are that ICT is multifaceted for climate changes. On one side, it is the main, governor and regulator of the processes in the companies, in like previous colleague have said, in smart cities, in different domains, how to minimize the effect of and in interchange between sectors, the effect of pollutions to the climate. So it has governing and regulative aspect. The second role, it is that it has measuring. It is connected with the first role. Through measurement, it gets the feedback and helps to tackle ICT, tackle climate changes through ICT modeling, governing. And the third part is the role of the ICT like a big polluter. I mean, like hardware, like energy consumer, like because it has life cycle, and after the life cycle, most of the types of physical elements which are implanted in the ICT devices, they are always giving a negative, they are rare metals, they are things which are very heavy to be, they have to be properly wasted, properly operated, otherwise they give a very big pollution to the earth, the climate. And this is in general what's the paper about. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. Okay, the floor is yours.
10?
Yeah.
If you put S of 10?
I don't, Nikos, I don't see. Please put it. You see, I'm with two glasses. I have a problem with my eyes.
Now you lost it. You lost it.
I did.
Yeah. Not yet.
Is this the
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
I don't see it. This is.
F10,